Hey everybody, so we're going to be doing another DW Plays video today. This time we are doing Duke Nukem Total Meltdown. This is the PlayStation port of Duke Nukem 3D, and it has exactly one thing that is actually really cool about it, which is the soundtrack. It was completely redone, and it's actually arguably better than the original game's soundtrack. But you'll understand why I'm not going to be doing a my thoughts on video or review of this once we actually start playing. So just brace yourself, because this one is going to be a problem. And I think I've decided that this there's the classic Duke 3D intro. And I think I've decided that I'm going to be doing this DW Plays series for games that I don't really fit anywhere else. So things that either I can't finish or things that aren't really worthy of a video on their own. Like, this is just a version of a game that I would rather just review the original PC version of. And, I mean, like I said, this music is just rocking here. It's awesome. But, as you can see from the footage here, the frame rate is not great. It's really not great. Because you maybe didn't know this, but the PlayStation wasn't exactly the most powerful of systems. And Duke 3D was actually a fairly demanding game. So the fact that they were able to get this running on a PlayStation is pretty cool, but, well, it gets worse from here, so just brace yourself as we continue here. And you probably noticed by now that the controls are kind of crap. Now, this is a PlayStation game, and the DualShock wasn't a thing yet. So you don't get analog stick controls. You only get the basic D-pad, and you better hope it works. And let's go over here, get the RPG. And let's see here. Now, the controls are definitely awkward, to say the least. Because, yeah, aiming feels super clunky. Looking up and down is done with the left and right shoulder button, or the left shoulder buttons, sorry, not the left and right, just left shoulder buttons. And it is, I mean, it's functional, it's technically playable, but it's, yeah, when the frame rate really starts to tank here, like what you're seeing there, it's not a fun time for anybody involved. Also, the aiming is so imprecise in this thing, it's not even funny. But, whenever I try to play this thing, I never get past about the second or third level before I just say, and you know what, it's not worth bothering with. So, because, I mean, I can just hop into Duke 3D, and I can just play that in either the original DOS version or especially something like Build GDX, and it's great. But this on the other hand is just it's not. It would be cool if this is all you had. And let's see if I can remember where the secret. There we go. For some reason, that's one I always miss when I do normal playthroughs of Duke 3D. I don't know why. I know where the secret is. I just never get it. But yeah, in this, you basically have to rely exclusively on the auto aim, and it's not very good. You'll notice the frame rate just absolutely tanking, especially when we're about to go into the bathroom here, and the mirror starts working because it's oh crap! I keep forgetting the buttons because I don't play this very often. So there we go. By the way, the face buttons are what you use to shoot things. It's so awkward. I'm so used to pressing the X button as an action button, but it's the triangle button in this one. But yeah, they even still have the functioning mirrors, and oh, look at that frame rate. Isn't it wonderful? No, it's not. And the interactivity even works. It's like, it's cool that they were able to get this thing working, but it's so much inferior to the original PC version that there's no reason to play this version, you know? At least given the choice between the PC and the PS1 version, there's no reason to. If all you had was the PS1 version, like say it's the 90s and that's all you got is a PS1, you don't have a PC capable of running this thing, well, I can understand maybe going through and getting some Duke action in, but oh, that frame rate is so bad. This is also why I'm only playing on the normal difficulty. And when I play Duke 3D, I usually play on the hard difficulty. But on PS1, it's just not good. I mean, yeah, it's... There's supposed to be a mirror here, and they didn't put it in there. It's... yeah, it's rough. Or as Civi would put it, it's raw. But, I mean, this isn't the worst port I've ever seen. Like, I've seen some really terrible console ports from PC games. I've seen some really terrible PC ports of console games. And this is... I mean, it's not the worst. It's not good.
Don't have time to play with myself.
It's got all the things you would really expect from Duke 3D. It's just a really shitty frame rate, and that's no fun for anybody. Yeah, I'll get through the... Oh, and the music just abruptly stops, by the way, in case you didn't notice. I don't know why, but maybe it has something to do with the CD audio. I don't know. Anyway, let's see if I can remember how to find the auto map even works. I'm trying to remember what the button is for. Oh, now the music's back for some reason. I'm trying to remember what the button is for swapping inventory items. That's crouch, that's jump, that's inventory. Let me just go into the options menu here, and oh wait, there's yeah, that's all you get. You just get 3 presets, and that doesn't help at all. So I guess we're just, you know, we're going ahead and
rockin'.
Cool, man, cool. I mean, it's a shame because the music's awesome. I mean, that'll get you pumped up, but unfortunately, the gameplay is just not great. And I mean, I'll probably do this kind of video for other ports of games I've covered on the channel. Like, oh, of course he missed. There we go. Such as the GBA port of Doom. I actually have that as well. Oh, and this thing even has some of its own specific voice lines that are only in the PS1 version, which is really cool. But there's only so much you can do with that. That said, I know that there was a mod for eDuke, I think it was, specifically, that basically ports all of the content from this version of the game into the eDuke engine and basically makes it, well, playable. So But everything's present and accounted for like you would expect in Duke Nukem. It's just, it's not very good. Also, controlling this with a D-pad is really awkward. It may not necessarily look it just from the video footage, but it's very awkward to try to control this thing. I mean, it's not as bad as trying to control some other console shooters of the era because it was still primarily a 2D shooter, but it's, I mean, for example, it's not like trying to play Medal of Honor or N64 first-person shooters or things like that. It's not quite that bad, but it's weird, for lack of a better term. And, no, that's not what I really intended to do, but oh well, it works. Dat frame rate! Ooh, it's rough. Okay, where is that guy? Come on, fly back over here so I can shoot you down! No!
What a mess.
Works for me. Yeah. Okay, grab the health. Yeah, when I play this on PC, even when I'm playing on the hard difficulty, I don't have this kind of trouble with it. Let's put it that way. By the way, to strafe, you have to hold the square button and press left and right on the D-pad. Again, it's really awkward. Let's see how this looks in glorious PS1 resolution. I mean, it's still kind of impressive even on PS1. And then the music just abruptly cuts out. Cool. All right. And I'm almost dead already. This is not great. I mean, and the places where the frame rate tanks just seem completely at random. Like, in some places, it's really densely populated. In other places, it's not. It's just, it is totally random where the frame rate will tank, and it doesn't make any sense. It's just weird optimizations here and there. There we go. Oh, wow, this frame rate is rough. Oh, man, this... If you played this back in the day, because it was all you had, I'm sorry, because, oh, man, this is rough to play. Let's see here. And it's weird, too, because playing the alternate version here, I'm not always sure exactly where everything is, like on... Oh, crap, there we go. I think that's enough of Duke Nukem Total Meltdown for today. What do you guys think? But there you have it, folks. That's Duke 3D on the PlayStation 1. It is really not very good, and I can barely play it for a level or two before I'm like, you know what, I'd rather just be playing say, E-Duke or Build GDX or even original DOS Duke 3D, because they're much better. And keep in mind, when I played Duke 3D back in the day, I didn't use keyboard and mouse. I only used keyboard, and even that was better than this. So, if you see a copy of Duke Total Meltdown on the shelf somewhere, it'll probably be pretty cheap. And it might be neat to just have it if you're a Duke 3D fan, or just a Duke Nukem fan in general, and just want to add it to your collection. But as for actually playing it, maybe just leave this one in the past. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in later videos.